All right, guys, let's talk about the stock market today and see what's happened here and how we can make some money from the stock market. Starting from the S&P 500, very nice day on the S&P 500. If you guys been following me, there's a position that I have. So it broke out of here, which is the 403 level, broke out to the upside, which is 418, which was my target. It's come back to test this level. I never took it off because it's never hit my target at 418.65. It still came back down, so I'm still up on the position, but we'll see what goes on and happens here. But the main thing is the S&P 500 is gone back to this level. So we can see here in this area between 417 and 420, it's tested this level and sold off multiple times. And each time it has sold off, the selling volume has been very, very high. So right here, we had a fake out, it came down, and we can see the selling pressure that was added on was quite high, and which is right about here, right? So now we're seeing the pullback and we're seeing some struggle, which is to be expected at these levels. The sellers must hold their positions and must sell from here, or it could be just a fake out by market makers. And the what we can see here is in this little area over the past couple of days, the volume was very nice, but now it's declining here. That could be due to several factors. That it could be due to the Fed, speaking over the next couple of days, which has increased volatility and indecision in the market as a whole, right? So there's long wicks everywhere we can see on this chart. So when there's indecision like that, you relatively want to stay out of the market. However, there's a saying, trend is your friend. Right now, the trend on the short term is still uptrend. We can still have a pullback down to this level, which is a 403 level, which is perfectly fine and acceptable, okay? So S&P 500 is still fine, but what we want to know is what happens next and how powerful the next move is, either up or down, and we want to remain open-minded. The triple Qs here, I had an entry stopped out here, easy loss on the triple Qs. It's all right, it's a 2.5% loss, but it didn't work out. But always looking to re-enter here. So triple Qs, this was a nice vertical move. If you guys follow me, and I talk about this all the time, when the move gets too vertical, right, and we can switch it over to the line chart for just to demonstrate reasons. This is what I mean by vertical. It's a straight line up, right? Usually stock market moves in waves, right? Straight line up, you're gonna have a wave down, and that's what we're having. Even today, you can see the volume is green overall, and compared to the past couple of days, the volume is green, more green than it is red, right? So now there's a January barometer, which we talk about. January barometer is green, so the month of January finished green. So the likelihood of the year finishing green is very strong in probabilities. But we'll look at and see what happens. We won't solely rely on that. We'll look at our levels. So triple Qs, I'm expecting it to come down to between 297 and 295, and we'll see if some sort of consolidation takes place here and before it pushes back higher. If this fails, then we have this level right here between 289 and 285. If this consolidation breaks down, then we'll have a leg down on the way, right? The next thing we want to talk about is gold. My position is gold was up, and now it's in the stop loss category. My stop loss hasn't triggered, but what I want to talk about here is we had this breakout, pullback is likely, and it had a consolidation, but the selling volume is quite aggressive, and we have a gap down. So this is something that is a little bit worrying to me, because the amount of selling volume that has transpired could be profit taking for all I know. But what I want to do is I want to give myself the next couple of days to wait and see what happens here on the gold, right? And overall, gold's level at 180 is a nice level, but what I want to see is some sort of consolidation, and then it goes back up, because this is a big pattern on the weekly time frame, which is a cup and handle pattern. This is a second attempt of the breakout. This was the first attempt, so we'll see what happens and what transpires from here, and we'll continue to keep an eye on it. IWM had a nice breakout today. Over the couple of days. It's having a nice pullback, which is perfectly healthy. Breakouts and pullback and retest will give us confidence that suppliers is actually there, that buyers are actually sitting there, and the demand to buy at the lower level at 192 and 189 is actually there, and we want to see a push above. Otherwise, what that means is that this move is just a fake out. Okay, even on IWM. So look at Dow Jones. I mentioned Dow Jones a couple of times that this is an inverse head and shoulder pattern. It needs to break out of here, and then if it doesn't break out of here, there's no trade. And if it breaks down from this level at 322 to the downside, then it's a failed pattern, and we'll see more moves to the downside. And looking at the VIX here, VIX, still above, stubbornly above this 19 level, and is sold off here, but it's not making new highs. That's what we got to be good about. It's not in an uptrend, it's in a steady downtrend, and that's what we want to continue to focus on, and we want to see the VIX continue to fall. So that's my analysis. Keep it simple. There's not a lot of moves happening, but one thing I will leave you guys with today, there was some sort of rotation happening in the markets today with XLU, and which is utilities and commodities going up today, and the rest of the sector is coming down. So we'll continue to watch and see what the trends are forming. But right now, there's a lot of uncertainty. VIX is up, gold is down, and so is the market, right? So we'll continue to watch and see what happens, and we'll just focus on our levels. Hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll see you guys tomorrow.